Third phrase is exactly the same as first phrase, which is very nice. So you want to do the fourth phrase. So fourth phrase, you're going to have the count on one. Count on one is the only count on note you're going to have for this song. 5, count one. Or if you're doing it in a Western notation, G, C. Do it again. So you need to do the count one without breaking, like this. So you need to be able to do it legato, meaning connected. Now doing this move is not easy. So you need to practice this over and over. This left hand middle finger is the only one that doesn't move. Everything else pretty much moves. From here to there. That's count on one. Now count on one, you can do this too, but I think for beginners, this might be easier. But it depends on your Shinobue. If you're doing this regular count one, I want you to practice that fingering without playing, because if you're trying to play at the same time and think about the fingering, you're probably not paying attention enough and you're going to develop a bad habit like pushing. Or something like that. You know, when the count one doesn't come, first instinct is to blow harder, which is the last thing you should be doing. If you can't do that, maybe you want to go back to regular count only. Or do this without playing. Then you start to slowly add the tone. Dropped. Not like this, but dropped. No, look. When I open here, that was fuller sound because it was resonating in this area. Drop your jaw if you want a beautiful sound that carries. And then you can practice that with metronome as well. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Like that over and over again. Next phrase. That's very hard because you gotta switch back and forth. That's going from 6 to count on 1. Again, you need to practice that only. Just like you did with metronome only. For like, I don't know, days. Just to get it right, you know. Then you're gonna have count 1 1 to 6. Back to the on 6. I think that's easier than, because you need to, for count 1, you need to seal all that. But releasing all that and then go back to one note would be easier. Then once you do them separately with metronome, then you're gonna do so this it might take days to get there. But once you get there, this is how you do it with the metronome. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then once you can do that really well, then you're gonna add without the metronome first. That's hard. So you would have to practice that without the metronome. If that's too much, you're going to start with 6. Like that. Start with 6. Then once you get that without the metronome, then you're going to do it with the metronome. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Of course, you don't have to say 1, 2. I'm just saying that so we can be together. If you're stumbling, then you have to do it without the metronome slowly by yourself. We do the metronome so that once you are doing the whole song, you will be in the correct rhythm, not changing the tempo everywhere as your fingers are not following. You're gonna break it down to those small blocks and you'll be successful, and you are built upon successes. Then you get all together and the whole piece is gonna be a success. That's how you're gonna build a song as you practice. You can't just play the whole song over and over. That's the worst thing. It's a waste of time. Just do the place block that you cannot do. Then start putting the whole thing together like Lego. All right. So, dun, dun, ta, 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 ta. So once you get the ta 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 thing, you're gonna add 4, the fingering 4. That's the last song, last note of the phrase. So then you're going to add that long note that starts with, the phrase starts with. That's probably the hardest part of this song.